Yo, disclaimer, we don't take ourselves seriously, neither should you.
Can you say good parents and loving me? Geez, that's
They do.
basically
They love
what
me
you're
so
saying
much.
there. But
So I'm just like, can you hold off on the
anyway.
love for just a sec while I'm doing this?
Can you let me live my life, please? How dare you try and cook me dinner?
The dinner can wait, you know. All right, I already started recording.
Oh, hello.
Hello. How are you, Luna? How are you?
I'm a little bit stressed because, we're in lockdown still. But if they haven't actually announced that it's like proper lockdown, but like everyone knows that within like the next week, if not like the next couple of days, like full lockdown is gonna hit. Like it's just inevitable at this point. Not that it's a bad thing, but it's a little bit scary. And I've got shit that I need to do. Like stuff has just started happening in my life that's really good that I don't really want to like stay inside. I kind of want to go outside and have these things that I can't currently have. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. How are you?
I'm good. Speaking of lockdown though, when I went outside just to tell my parents, like, don't come knock on my door for a sec.
It was so cute. You guys missed it. It was adorable. She was like, please don't knock on my door. And then came back and was like, oh wait, hang on. I was like, I love you. It's so cute.
Because my dad told me at that moment that he's watching the news and that we're down to gatherings of 2 people. That's what's allowed. 2 people gatherings. So if your gathering involves just one other person, Luna, you're fine.
It does.
But I am.
I'll just.
Well, what did you say? You're just gonna what? You're just gonna what? You're just gonna what?
No, I was just gonna be like, let me just send a message through. But no, it's fine. It's fine. I'll do that later.
It's still the King of Coins. This is who we're talking about. The people who missed out on the last episode, that's the code name. That's the code name for this boy that Luna. Sorry, not a boy. Man, that Luna just refuses to tell me about. Doesn't want to tell me, and that's fine.
Well, to be fair, you kind of already know about this person in my life.
I do.
I'm just not ready to take it public yet because it's such a big thing for me as a person who has not even 1,000. I don't know. Sorry, I'm just being a dick now.
I love it.
But anyway, I don't want to put too much out there in case it all just comes crumbling back down on me and my anxiety being the way that it is. I just wouldn't be able to deal with that. So it's fine. Anyway, how's your life?
Oh, wow.
No, how's your life first?
Really quickly, because lockdown is going on, obviously not much is changing. Except for last week we touched on how manifesting is just so fucking real for me. It's scary, and I'm just gonna buzz through this really quickly because this is the only thing that's happened to me lately, and everything else is just exactly the fucking same. But this is fucking scary because there was this one day a couple of days ago that I was doing this meditation and I was all about just letting go. And I was just there's this thing on my mind and in my life that I just want it to be gone. I am so done with it occupying emotional weight and space in my body, in my mind. And I just need it to be gone. I need that space to replace it with all this other stuff that I want for myself. And I need it to be gone. I'm just this is gonna be gone literally next day, yesterday.
Fuck off.
Situations unfolded where I, me in that situation, severed, completely severed. And I thought that in that process that I'd be really sad about that happening when it started to unfold. But when it started, my whole body felt relief. There was just this weight on my chest for so long that I didn't even realize, and it was just gone. And I was just so happy. I just thought that almost guilty. Why am I not sad about this? It's because it's just this weight that's you've been carrying, and now it's gone. Now it's gone. I literally haven't felt this free and happy about my future and just felt I can fucking do anything since 2014. It's been so long, and I feel fucking incredible. And not gonna lie, I just feel so good. I feel so happy. moving forward with all the things that I do have and letting go of all the things that I've shed. So that's me.
Why did you want to skip over that little bit
that's
there?
it.
And
that's all it is. Because I don't want to get into it. I really don't want to get into it. The moral of the story is manifestation's fucking real, as I said last time. And it's like just the next day.
So we're gonna talk about this situation.
No, we're not. Well, honestly, because like I don't even want to get back into it. I really don't want to get back into it. I just don't, because it's so in the past that I'm just like not. And if you cannot go into situations, can you let me not go into a situation? Like, is that okay? Is that allowed? Okay, so that's me.
No, it's not. I am exempt from the rule. I'm a Libra, okay? I make the rules.
That is the most bullshit thing I've ever heard. I actually can't even believe those words coming out of your mouth. You're sounding like a fucking Leo right now. Like,
it's because I've been spending too much time with one, and you know exactly who it is.
Is he a Leo?
Not King of Coins.
What is he? If you don't mind me asking, what is he?
Aries.
So you know my feelings on Aries. And I'm like, fuck Aries. I know that came from me not liking one person that happened to be an Aries.
I think it did, honestly. I think one person has like killed you in terms of your like relationship with that star sign, because I fucking love Aries.
Yeah.
There's like, they can be real pain in the ass. But I mean, so can every single person ever, regardless of their star sign, to be quite frank. Like, I know Libras who I just want to stab like 3 times. But I'm not going to, because murder is wrong. And also violence against other humans is wrong. Yeah. But still, you know, like sometimes it's just star signs don't define people unless you're a Cancer and you suck. But
oh my god, it's so true.
Right? I'm so sorry if I have offended any Cancers watching.
We're not
this
sorry.
Is directed at male Cancers.
I love that you're just like, oh, I'm sorry if we offended you, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
No, but I know so.
I know Cancer's true. I know Cancer's true, and they're lovely. But like, can you stop taking everything personally? Like, chill. That's just me.
I mean, it says a Pisces, but you know. You know it's true.
Yeah, totally. 100%. That's fine. But no, the universe has been sending me a lot of Aries lately, and I'm like, you're actually one of my favorite people. Oops. I've been bragging on them for so long.
See?
And they're cool. They're chill.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not chill. Like that's. Well, they can.
Chill is the wrong word to describe an Aries. They are the opposite of chill.
Yeah.
But their vibe that they make you feel is chill.
Yeah.
But they, as a person, are literal fire and cocaine and meth mixed together in a big crock pot and thrown on a person.
What y'all been doing?
That's how I would describe it.
What have y'all been doing? Like.
None of that, but I'm just saying from what I've researched about anyway, let's just
your research. How did you research? Oh, your research. Is that what you call it?
My research.
All right. So what we were talking about, talking about something or other before that. I don't know. This is like my third gin and tonic. Fuck whatever we're going to talk about. Let's go back to our talking point of earlier in this conversation, and a lot in the last podcast I discovered watching back, is that you often bring up your anxiety. And I just, the reason why I want to kind of talk to you a bit more is because I know that I have a lot of friends and a lot of people in my life that deal with anxiety, and I just don't actually know what that is. So
you lucky fucking bitch.
No, but that's the thing. It's like I feel like everyone talks about it, and I feel almost like weird, and like maybe I do suffer from it, but I don't know how to identify what that is. Like my parents, as lovely and amazing as they are, they're not or growing up they came from kind of backgrounds where they didn't really talk about mental illness a lot. So
Yeah.
I don't really know what falls into that category or how it can manifest, and I just want your perspective on like what that is.
Yeah. Sorry, you said manifest, that's why I laughed. So basically, I mean, it's different for every single fucking person ever. It's the same with any kind of mental health. Like, obviously there are like your regular signs and symptoms, just like any illness, regardless of whether it's mental health related or physical. Actually, like, you're gonna have, like, if you have, well, not trying to make light of the situation, but if you have coronavirus, the common signs are gonna be like a dry cough, a fever, and the other one is like dizziness and lightheadedness. They're the three big ones from what I've seen of it anyway. But not talking about coronavirus, talking about anxiety. So with anxiety, it can take like different forms, I guess. Like, some people just feel anxious about existing, which I get that. But then there's also like anxiety for social settings, or there's anxiety for, like, I don't know, like literally everything. Everyone at some point in their life will feel anxious about something. But when you have a diagnosed anxiety disorder, which not a lot of people do, I don't think, and maybe I'm wrong, and again, I'm not trying to talk shit on anyone who thinks that they have anxiety, but a lot of people say that they have anxiety, just like a lot of people say that they have depression, and a lot of people will be like, oh yeah, I identify with this symptom and this symptom, and so therefore I have this. And it's like, okay, like, that's valid, you're allowed to feel those things, you're allowed to have that opinion, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you actually have the condition of anxiety. Like, it's hard, like, it's really hard, and especially now with like social media and everything being such a prominent part of our lives, like, it is definitely a lot more common for people to have things like anxiety, especially in a social setting, because all we do all the time is compare ourselves to other people. We are trying to, like, oh, I want to be like this Instagram model, or I want to be like this fucking YouTube person, or I want to do this, 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 and this. And then after a while, once you have that sort of mentality, that then, from what I've seen of it and read a little bit about it in terms of like developing anxiety later on from those things, because that's a condition as well. Like, I forget the exact name of it, but you can develop anxiety of some kind from social media. Like, that in itself is just fucked. But yeah, I don't know. It's a really big can of worms.
Yeah.
When it comes to the whole issue of anxiety and like what is anxiety. Like, you can't really put a definition on it, in my opinion. Like, I mean, I myself get triggered by things that maybe someone else with anxiety wouldn't get triggered by. Like, my ex, he had anxiety, and I also have anxiety, but the way in which our anxieties worked was completely different. Like, he would be anxious in certain settings, and I would be like having the time of my life, and then the opposite way around. And I think then as well, when you're in a relationship with someone who has anxiety and you yourself have anxiety, that is really dangerous, especially if they are so dangerous with how it affects you, if that makes sense. I feel like I just went on a massive tangent and didn't really answer your question. I'm sorry.
I think that's okay, because I think from what you're saying, it's like it's a question that doesn't really have a definite answer, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I mean, oh, what were you going to say? Sorry.
It was just like, I think that I've always been really confused about it, because I know that I have like complete freak out attacks and stress things. And I stress a lot. The word stress is in my life a lot.
Yeah.
Because I tend to be the kind of person that buries himself in work when I've got all these emotions that I can't deal with. Because I feel like if I just work, by the time I stop, all of this stuff will just go away, and it doesn't. It never does.
Yeah.
It sits there, it gets worse because I'm not addressing it, and then I come back to it, and it's like even worse than it was.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I've ever identified that as like anxiety, the stress that I get from the amount of stuff I put on my plate. But I think the thing that hit me hardest was when you were talking about social media, because that's probably one of those things where I have this feeling about it that, especially with like my Danzy account, which is my music account, where I've really worked to
go check her out. She's amazing.
I really worked to develop a following and try to do all of the right things. And then because it is kind of a business account in terms of me trying to promote myself as a musician, I do have to look at things like
absolutely.
What are they called? The insights and all the statistics of who's liking it, and what am I doing right and what am I doing wrong, and if I'm doing something and people aren't responding to it, like the feelings that came with me doing so well. And then sometimes I would I think I've told you about this before, where like I really have this awful relationship with social media in that regard, where I started getting a lot of attention, a lot of likes, and a lot of messages just suddenly. I became very accustomed to getting a lot of attention. And then maybe out of the blue, there was just one day where nothing came in, and I fell apart. Like I just didn't know what to do.
It's hard. Like with the society that we live in now, and that we have human beings have shaped, like we are constantly searching for the validation. And like obviously there are memes and everything all the time going around everywhere being like, oh, validate me, oh no, but like it's true. Like we need that. Like we actually have programmed ourselves via shaping the society that we live in to need that validation. Otherwise we will fall apart. And like that's why another part of why this whole like corona situation is really freaking me out, because there are so many people out there who don't know how to deal with their mental health, who rely on things like Instagram, like Facebook, like YouTube, like whatever, the fucking Patreon, like all of these other things to get that validation from them. And that's not to say that like that whole like I'm an influencer thing is like not a legitimate career, because it is a legitimate career now. But like a lot of them have, like they're selling their life. Like that's going to take a big hit when all of this happens. And what's going to happen to all of those people that are doing that? Like how is their mental health going to be affected? Yes, they knew the risk when they started doing what they were doing, but still, like no one predicted this epidemic that was going to happen. There was no real way, unless you go deep diving into conspiracy theories, which I'm sure that we both have, that you could have foreseen something like this happening. Like we live in the modern world, but we live in the modern world in terms of like what we produce and what we do, but like our brains are still primal. Like they still rely on like fight or flight, except now instead of like being chased by an animal, it's like likes on a photo, which is just like
yeah.
I yeah.
me being
Cheers.
the I totally get that. And it's something that like I found a balance with, or at least, you know, like it's me needing validation and attention. That's just like my one goal in life. I've known that from a very young age. I want validation. I want attention. I want people to tell me that they like me and that they love me. And maybe that comes from the fact that I was all through my schooling, I was just told how awful I was and no one wants to be friends with me and everyone ran away from me and all that kind of stuff. All the abandonment issues just kind of led to me needing constant validation. And I came
exactly.
to the conclusion that, you know what, if that's what is driving me, if that's what I want, I'm going to try and get it in a healthy way. And the way that I see that as being a healthy way is if you're really fucking good at something, when you're good at something, when you're a really good actor or you write really good songs and you're Ed Sheeran or you're Adele and you're amazing because people love your voice, that's positive attention. That's what I see that as. So I was like, you know what, if I want to get this, I want to get this in a positive way. And this was after years of me getting attention from my friends in a really negative way and being a really toxic person, where I was like, all these bad things happened to me and maybe you did something bad to me, and I'm going to tell you all the ways that you did bad things to me, therefore you have to treat me nicely now and you have to give me love and attention. Or I'm going to tell you all the ways that I'm upset and put all my weight on you so that it's your responsibility to make me feel better. And I feel like that's where a lot of people fall into the trap of being a toxic friend or being a toxic person, is that they just want that love and attention and they go the complete wrong way of like doing that. And I am the first person to admit that I have been a toxic person before, and it came from that need to want that love and attention. So I feel like I found a thing that I love and I love doing, and I'm like, you know what, it is to feed that need of like, I want love and attention, and all I'm trying to do, and I'm not saying it's okay, I think that there is a wiser path for me to take than needing attention, and I'll find that, and I'm on my journey to keep finding that, but this is where I'm at right now, and that's
you're aware of it.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it in the positive way, and where I'm not bringing people down.
And that's the thing, like, we talk about all of this like heavy shit here, and I feel like in that sense, like, well, not heavy, but like the deeper side of like all the ins and outs of shit, if that makes sense. Whereas a lot of people don't think about that, or if they do think about that, they like ignore it. And like, I don't know what's worse, like not thinking about it and being unaware, or being blissfully unaware and acknowledging that happens, but choosing to just be like, oh no, it's fine. But I mean, I could start a whole other fucking conversation about like being unaware on that, but I'm not going to. I'm going to restrain myself.
No, we're going to get into that conversation immediately after this conversation. Don't think that that's going
great.
It's not going anywhere.
Can't wait.
But I found the thing that fucks me up with social media is that just with the way I run my Instagram, I'll usually do like photo, video, just to kind of break it up. And it also comes from the fact that, and this goes against, like, I do it because that's the flow that I want. And I know I look a certain way. And I haven't always looked this way. I haven't always looked this like conventionally like pretty or whatever. So I kind of use that to my advantage, I guess, because whatever, I could go into the hypocrisies of how it's easier to be like a pretty like girl than it is to be
100%. It is.
It's disgusting and it's awful, but it's the way it is.
It's horrible.
This is it. I'm not gonna not whatever.
Yeah,
it's fucked. That's all I want to say about that. The thing that fucks with me a little bit also with social media and the attention is that my photos will always get more likes than my music.
Of course.
It hurts.
Of course.
It hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts, and it hurts.
And you know what's...
Go on.
Oh, no, you keep going.
It hurts when I will get... It doesn't, like, I get that it's coming from a really good place. But all I want deep down, like, I don't need validation about my appearance. Every fucking day I look in the mirror and I'm just like, babe, you're so fucking beautiful. Any compliment any person gives to me.
You are.
See, I am. But you know what? That doesn't even hit me, because that compliment that someone else gives to me on my appearance is nothing compared to the way I compliment myself. I am like gorgeous starfish. You are gracious. You are a lord of light. Like I'm so over the top with the way I compliment myself. And when someone else is like, oh, you look pretty, I'm like, yeah, bitch, I know. But like, it just doesn't seem that much. But if someone was to say,
Yes.
I really loved your song and all that kind of stuff, it really, really hits home, because that is what I am looking for the attention for. That's what I want that for.
Yeah.
The thing that I've worked really, really hard on, and the thing I kind of want acceptance and feedback on. So when people is like, oh, I like your lyrics, but also you're really cute, you're my dream girl, and I think you're really pretty and your eyes are stunning. I'm like, I want to hear it, but that part of me is just so torn of just like, but can you not? Like, and it's awful.
Yeah.
I feel awful at the same time for being like, oh, I don't want these compliments. Like, anyway, that's my rant. I'm getting deep into this.
But it's like,
no point to what things I'm saying. Go on.
As much as like, yeah, that is like horrible, but like, have you, this is, I don't know. Have you noticed, because I've noticed, I mean, I'm not even a musician, and I've noticed that when a male artist posts like their content, everyone like loses their shit. But if they post a photo, like it's a pretty equal balance, like between content and photo. Whereas when it's a girl, it's just like, oh my god, she's so hot, like amazing. But then when she'll post content, it's just like, oh, she's cute, like that's a really cool song.
Yeah,
it's like, where's the middle on the issue?
I feel like the middle is, and that's why I just fucking love Billie Eilish. She's really gone.
I thought you were about to say Jimmy Eat World.
She's really gone into everything, because she's one of those examples where I feel like her music is very forward. Her fashion is also very forward, but because she's always made a point, like for personal or whether it was because of her age at the time, but part of her brand is that she's not sexualizing herself, because it is about the music, and it is about, even outside of the music, her creative ideas, which are reflected in the way that she dresses herself. But at the same time, it's not ever like, I'm this person for you to have sexual thoughts about. Whether or not you do, it's just not projected in that way, for that's kind of like one of the objectives. Whereas you can tell that with other artists, and I'm not even like knocking it, like if that's a thing that you want to do, fucking go for it. All the power to the people, and I'm saying people like guys and girls who put that out, being like, yes, I'm fuckable. You want me. Fucking own that shit.
Yeah.
I feel like you are getting a better balance with people that aren't. You get that balance of like, I'm listening to your thoughts and your creative ideas as well, like, so your music and your fashion and all of that equally, and not putting that like the photo above the single release kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, getting slightly back onto that like whole anxiety thing and touching on that briefly. Again, like I'm not an artist, so it's kind of off topic, but kind of related. Like the way that, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but the way that I dress the way that I do is because to a certain extent it is for the attention, but it's not like, oh my god, look at me, like look how different I am. It's because I want to be like, noticed is the wrong word, but I want to be wanted. And so I know that when I dress a certain way, I am getting that attention. Like I am getting that. And that's not because I want attention. It's because that reward that I get from the attention makes me feel empowered.
Yeah.
Like it makes me feel stronger, but it's not, I don't know. Does that make sense? I feel like the way that I'm explaining that doesn't make sense.
It does.
It makes me seem really shallow.
But
it's not meant to make me seem shallow, because I like the clothes that I wear. I feel good in the clothes that I wear. I'm not dressing or putting across an image of myself that I'm not comfortable with. But I don't know.
I think that at first observation, it can seem that like it is empowering, but that thinking can seem, and I've got a point after this, it can seem flawed. It can seem like you wanting the attention of others is flawed, which I guess it is, but we all do that. But I feel like you have a certain way of putting yourself together, which I see as a way of your creativity, but also there are so many different ways of putting yourself together. You put yourself in a way that you want yourself. It's not just how other people want you. You dress yourself in a way that you want yourself. And in that way, I feel like that's self-love, that's self-acceptance. That's you taking care of yourself in a way that you're like, yes, fuck yes, I love you. And you probably love yourself a little bit more than when you were to wear something that was a little bit more dandy, you know, because that's what you want, you know. So I don't think it's just about dressing in a way that other people want you. I think it first and foremost, because you have such a strong style that's your own, it first and foremost comes down to you wanting yourself, being like, yes, I like exactly how this is put together. And if other people want you as well, and maybe that might also come from a place of like you want other people to want you, but there are certain people that are going to look at your outfits and they're like, I don't like that aesthetic. And I know you don't give a fuck about those people. Like, it's
I don't
not,
care.
Exactly. So it's not really so that everyone wants you. It's that you're happy with how you're presenting yourself. And I think that comes first and foremost. So I get where you're coming from. And I think that's okay. I think that's okay, especially for your 20s. That's okay. Like, that's okay.
Danny, you just told them my age. I'm not 20. I wish I was 20.
I said in your 20s. I feel like that's a good enough bracket. I feel like everyone assumed that we weren't like 16. I'm making myself. I would
have hoped that people would not assume that we're 16.
Yeah, we're drinking fucking wine right now.
But
I'm actually drinking
fucking 16-year-olds are doing nangs these days. All right, you know.
You know what? You want to do nangs?
What these children will do.
For the people who aren't clear, for all of my fucking high school students that have decided they're going to follow my podcast, do we want to inform them what nangs are, or should we not go into that?
Let's not go into that. Let's not go into that. If they want to know, they can Google. We're not encouraging you to Google.
They already know what nangs are. Like, not even
100%. I didn't even know what half of the shit that I did when I was 16 was. But anyway, that's not important. We're not talking about that part of my life. We were going to focus on anxiety, and
did you get into nangs?
No, never. We were going to focus on anxiety, and we just completely sidetracked like what happens every time when we try to focus on one particular point. It's great. I love it.
But we just kind of progressed. We were still talking about that. We just kind of kept moving.
So what like, obviously you said that you have friends who experience that, but what gives you, like, what makes you want to get like that deeper insight into it?
I think that it's because mental illness and anxiety and depression and all of that, that's definitely something that's come forward a lot, and I can relate to so many different things. I can kind of relate to the eating disordered and the self-harm and all that kind of stuff, and depression. I am open-minded to hearing about how all of the other myriad of mental illness kind of plays out. I'm very fortunate to not really suffer from anything like that. Who knows, I might have my own shit going on. I've never really seen a therapist. The only counseling sessions I had were at my all-girl Catholic school, and I just wasn't
great.
It just wasn't whatever. But I know I have a lot of friends or people that I know on social media with anxiety, sharing different posts about anxiety, and I almost feel like everyone's kind of in on this thing that I just almost like never understood. Maybe because I went through things that were never really explained as being that thing. But I don't want to seem like I want anxiety, but I kind of feel like left out in that I don't really feel like I have any part of the conversation And it just seems like this thing that's so common. And I almost feel maybe the way that people with anxiety used to feel, or maybe they still do feel, but I see all this stuff popping up, and I feel like I'm strange for not
for not having something that is like an actual well, I mean, that gets back to the whole thing that I was saying before, like, because of how aware that everyone is about it now, a lot of people are self-diagnosing. And because they relate to a symptom of anxiety that they've seen on, whether that be Instagram or fucking Facebook or Twitter or YouTube, and like, we're all gonna feel some kind of anxious in our life, but there's a difference between feeling anxious as an emotion and then having a diagnosed disorder of anxiety. Like, they are two separate things, and I think that not a lot of people realize that. I know that I didn't realize that when I was younger. I thought I had anxiety when I was younger. Boy, was I wrong. Mine developed later in life, which I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing. But because I have had like a smorgasbord, so to speak, of mental health issues from a very young age. But I always kind of had anxiety in the background, but for the majority of my life, up until recently, it was depression. And that is in itself is like just horrible. But then when you combine that with something like anxiety, it's like 10 times worse. And then when you actually go and see a proper therapist and find out like your actual diagnosis, like, it's hard, but it's important to find that stuff out, you know? I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like the thing stopping me from seeing a therapist, and I definitely need to, is the financial cost, which is
well, I mean, we don't even have it that bad in Australia. Like, it's bad, but like if you look at places like the UK or America, like, it's 10 times fucking worse than here. Also, I need to fix my lighting. I'll be right back.
I was gonna say that, like, you look stunning. I just want to see you more. Like,
stop it. I'll be back in a second.
All right. So while she's away, what I'm just gonna say is, like, Luna's so great, isn't she just so wonderful? Her hair is so bright, and so is her personality and her heart and her energy, everything that she gives to people. And Scott Morrison is such a
Why do you have that cheeky grin on your face when I come back into the frame?
Talking about Alice.
What were you saying about me?
And all the ways that he's a complete twat.
Who's Scott Morrison?
Yeah.
Good old ScoMo. No, he's my best friend.
Gross. We are no longer friends. That cunt's your best friend. Oh no, I just dropped a hard C.
You dropped the C bomb. That's right. You can bleep it out. You can bleep it out.
You are giving myself way too much credit. I'm not going to be able to bleep that out. Whatever. If we get demonetized, we get demonetized. Like, I'm not in this to get monetized. Maybe we'll do that later down the track. But like, I just people to hang. I feel like, look, whatever. I don't care. I care a little bit. But I have too many drinks in to care.
How many gins deep are we today?
Well, Danny? I have finished doing a gin for right now. I do have, so what I've got on my little side table is I've got wine and gin, but I've also got juice, and I finished the tonic water with the gin. That's why I'm not having gin anymore. And I've got lemonade. So now I'm on a lemonade.
Why don't you have gin and juice?
Because I'm having wine with lemonade and juice right now. I'm just switching it up. And then when I feel like doing gin and juice again, then we'll do that again. But
that is the most bizarre cocktail I have ever heard of. Wine, lemonade, and juice.
It's like having juice with wine, but with a little bit of, like, you know, carbonated surprise. That's all it is. I just don't like wine. I just don't like tasting wine. Like, I just rather.
This is why we shouldn't let Dan be by herself in isolation because she can't drink properly.
I can drink fine. You know what's not okay? Is drinking disgusting drinks where every sip you're like, I am in hell. Like, why would you not make your drinks tastier?
My red wine is delicious.
That's gross. Nah, I used to be into the red wines. It just gives me headaches. Like, this will still give me a headache, but at least
You're such a quitter.
Yeah, actually, if I, yeah.
You're so fussy. I'm never gonna let you live that down.
No, that's okay. So, like, me,
I'm never gonna let you.
I love it because when I say that I'm fussy, when I say it, it gives the other person, it lets them know that, like, I'm just in a fucking mood right now, or I'm going to complain about anything. But it kind of reaffirms to me that, like, I'm being really childish and I'm complaining about stuff. So when I say I'm fussy, it puts me back in that mindset of, like, Dan, the things you're complaining about really don't matter that much. You need to calm the fuck down. Because, you know, it's like, if I don't reset myself in that way and have these ways of resetting myself, I'm a moody bitch, which is the same reason why I don't really want to go to a therapist, because I'm really, really scared I'm going to get diagnosed with something that's actually quite intense. Because I know I'm very, very moody in a way that I come across as, like, different people all the time, which has very much negatively affected a lot of the relationships that I've had, friendships and relationships. And my family understands it and they get to know it, and they don't really know who they're going to get on any certain moment of every certain day. But they know how to handle it. And that's why I talk about me not having social anxiety, because a certain part of me comes forward in those situations. And if that doesn't happen, I shut down, or I become like a different person. I just don't, I don't know what that is. I don't think I want to go too deep into that and find out what that is and be like, oh, that's like a thing. Because that.
You probably, like, I mean, I'm not trying to give you advice, but at some point in your life, you probably should go deep into that, because I can relate to that, like, 100%. If anyone who knew me between the ages of, like, 14 to 18 is watching this now, I used to be a fucking bitch. Like, I was insane. I was actually crazy. Like, you did one thing wrong against me, like, you were fucked. Like, I would
start a fight, fucking fight.
I wouldn't start fights, but I was ruthless. Like, I was a cold bitch. You fucked me up, I would never fucking associate with you again. I would try and get everyone that I possibly could to not associate with you again, because you wronged me. Like, you wronged me, you fucked up. You don't take advantage of me. Like, I knew I was a good person. I am a better person now than I was then, but I wasn't bad. I was just misunderstood. No, I was just I've been through a lot of shit, and I think at that point I didn't know how to actually deal with the shit that I'd been through. And so, to prevent myself from going through more shit, instead of, like, processing, dealing with it, I was just like, no, fuck you. Like, you're out of my life. Thank you, next. And, like, that's
so
healthy to a certain extent, but, like, I think anyway, you've got to at least let people explain. And once you've heard that explanation, then reevaluate. If you want to keep them at an arm's length, keep them at his arm's length. If you want to tell them to go fuck themselves and get the fuck out of your life, then you're well entitled to that. But you need to have that. You need to at least try, I think, for your, and not just specifically targeted at you, but, like, for me as well, it helped my growth as well, to give that, not second chance, but, like, that chance to explain what happened. I don't know. And why they did what they did. And I mean, again, I was like 14 to 18. So, I mean, a lot of the explanations are bullshit. So I just went off with them anyway. But, you know,
Yeah.
I tried to be a good person. I really did.
Don't we all? Don't we just all try to be a good person?
We try so hard.
I'm gonna really quickly get a video of us doing potty things. Not that they're gonna be able to hear you, but like, let's just get a cute little vid for me to put on the Instagram, because we need to not only do this because it is so much fun, but promote this.
Yeah. Oh, I would say I would film on my phone, but I'm recording on my phone right now.
Yeah, that's cool. Great. Awesome. You look stunning. You look beautiful as ever. I adore everything that you are and everything that you do. Yeah.
Oh, I adore everything that you are. I love you.
Here.
Stop.
Stop.
Stop it.
Do we? Okay.
God, we're so annoying.
So fucking what? They can fucking go. You know what? I'm sure you've got a million other things that you could be doing right now other than hanging out with your new best friend. If we're not good enough for you, leave. You know what? I shouldn't be saying this because I literally even closed the tab. I don't care. I love us. I love you. I think you're great. So fuck them.
I love you too.
Talking points. I feel like we did the anxiety and we did like a whole lot of shit through it. I'm really proud of us. Next talking point, your turn, because I was the one that was like, let's talk about anxiety.
Okay, also, let's talk about for a second how Danny was like, let's talk about anxiety. She sent me this message today on fucking Facebook and was like, let's do a pod tonight. And I was like, cool, awesome. What do you want to talk about? And she was like, anxiety, you. And I was like, what? And she was like, your anxiety. And I'm like, hell no, I don't want to talk about me, let alone what's happening in my brain. And she was like, no, we need to talk about it. Like, I want to have a greater understanding of it. And I was like, okay, I'm sure we can talk about it, even though I don't know. I feel like I kind of sidestepped my anxiety, which is great. I'm happy about it. Let's not bring it up again for a long time.
You to do that. It's always what you do. It's like, I'm going to pretend to really go into the subject, but not actually talk about it at all. Fucking Luna. Go on.
Love you. No, but I did talk about it. I just didn't talk about like my.
I know. We all know.
Because I'm mysterious.
We were there. We were there. You know what we're holding. We get it.
But then she was just like, no, I want to talk about it. And we were going to talk about anxiety. And I was like, well, you know, this conversation right now is giving me anxiety. And then she was like, good, save it, hang on to it, and talk about it in the pod. And it's just like, this bitch. Look at
this bitch, man. I got no time.
She's so proud of herself. She's so fucking proud of herself. Anyway, I don't have talking points because they're on my phone and we're recording on my phone right now.
Okay.
So,
well, one of my points is like, I'm not ready for new boys in my life or anything, but I am bored as fuck. So if we want to do the making a Tinder Hinge thing sometime soon, I'm down. I'm so fucking bored. So we can do it now. We can do it in a live. But we said we weren't going to do live.
We can do it in a live, so then the peeps can help us like put things in there for you, and we can do like polls on like photos that like you. Yeah.
It's just going to be like, you know what? Because I'm scared that like it's just going to be like creepy dudes putting their input in, rather than like our mates.
Yeah, but at least you get your pussy wet if it is creepy.
Do I?
You know?
Is that
well, they'll be like, you look hot in this photo. And I mean, as much as they're creepy, like, you look hot in every photo though. So,
I do. I already know that. Like, that's really not going to get my pussy wet. Like, what's going to get me going is someone telling me how strong I am.
I have a talking point. I have a talking point for you.
Go on. Yeah.
Love languages. Have you done your love languages? Do you know what your love languages are? Do you know what? Oh my God. Do you not know what love languages are?
Can you explain?
Why does no one know what love languages are? They are so important and I love them.
Luna, please tell me
love.
what your love languages are. I feel like it's like a affectionate thing and flattery thing. I feel
so basically, I'm pretty like, I know about it, but I'm not like obviously a profesh. I've read about it, but I don't know like in depth about it. But basically, there was this counselor slash psychologist slash doctor who was like practicing for years and years and years and years and years, and he kept hearing the same things over and over and over and over and over again in his sessions with his clients. And it was always just like, oh, this person doesn't do this for me, or I thought by me doing this, then this person would do this, and blah, 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 blah. And he developed this whole, like, I don't know, test, I guess it is, for like singles, and then like also people in relationships. And then I think there's also one for businesses now as well. Cannot confirm, but it's like, what are the 5 things that like, there's 5 different love languages. There's like affirmation, words of affirmation. Yeah. Google it right. Oh my God. Do your love languages.
But while I'm doing
right
this, you tell me what is it?
Yeah. So you have like words of affirmation, gifts, like touch, like job, like doing things for your partner. And then, there's another one that I forgot. But yeah, there's 5 different things that you have, right? When you do the singles one, I haven't done the partner one, and I haven't done the other ones that they have. But basically, it gives you, out of these 5 different love languages, what is important to you when it comes to your intimate relations with another person. And I personally think that everyone should do this test, and then like have an open conversation about it when you're involved with someone, because I swear to God, like in past relationships of mine, like I wouldn't have even been in that relationship if I had known that this is what they're like love, if this is how they loved, because that's essentially what it is. Your love languages is how you love and how you want to be loved by someone else. And I think it's really important, and I think that everyone needs to do it, and you should do the test right now.
That's what I want us to do.
And we should see what your results.
I want us to like do it out loud, and you can give your answers, but obviously we're not going to get your answer, but we can kind of discuss the questions and the answers. Do you know what your love language is?
Well, there's 5 of them, and you get like a ranking.
But do you know what your like dominant ones are?
Yes, I do. Bear with me. I'm just going to go grab my laptop so I can pull it up on that. I'll be right back.
All right, cool.
Try not to miss me too much.
Okay. I miss Luna so much. I don't know what to do when she's gone. Like I can compliment her, or I can talk to you about, like, I don't know. Leave in the comments below your favorite color. And also, since we're on lockdown and all that shit, like, give us some albums to listen to. My album that I listened to recently, because I don't really listen to albums, I just kind of put on song radio. Tyler, the Creator's latest album was awesome. Also, Jessie Reyes is amazing, so check that out. But leave us recommendations for shit to do while we're on lockdown. Thank you. Bye.
I'm back.
Awesome. Are you ready? Have you got your shit up?
I literally just sat down. I'm back, but I'm not like prepared yet. Just give me like another 0.5 seconds. Sorry, I'm not as organized as you.
I'll keep talking about what I was saying while you're gone was that, like, I don't know what to do when you're gone because I'm just lost. But I was like,
you're lost without me. Oh, that's sweet.
I was like, because we're on lockdown, in the comments below, leave like music, movie, TV show recommendations because I'm bored. So if there's a cool album out there, if there's a cool TV show, if there's a dope movie, Keanu Reeves movies, if there's a Keanu Reeves movie that I haven't seen yet, that's not John Wick or like obviously I've seen The Lake House, or The Matrix. I love Keanu.
I've only seen the first one
so much. He's just like one of them people that I'm like, yeah, Keanu. Also the girl, the girl who's in the new Men in Black, but she's also in Creed, or the Creed 2 or Creed 3, or like she's also in the Avengers. She's just like, Thor's opposite. She's also like a god. This like ethnically vague chick. I think her name's Tessa someone, but she is just everything that I want to be. And if you know any movies that she's in, link them below. All right, have you brought it up yet, or have you just been listening?
Yeah, I've got my love languages.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so my love languages are 9 for words of affirmation, which is my highest one. And then I have 8 for physical touch. And then I have 5 for quality time, 5 for receiving gifts, and then 3 for acts of service.
Nice. Cute. All right, so let's go through the questions. Just like, I feel like mine's going to be quite similar to yours, where it's like, I just need to be told. I need it in writing. I need to be able to have.
Tell me how pretty I am. Literally what we were talking about before through validation, that is what I fucking need.
And I need it on record. I need you to send me the text so that when I'm lonely, I can go back and it's right there, All right. So
I'm not that bad, but yes, I get that.
I only bring this up because it's literally the first question. The preface is, it's more meaningful to me when ... And then the first option is, someone I love sends me a loving note, text, email for no special reason, or I hug someone I love. Bitch, I fucking, like, I love everyone and I hug everyone, and that's just like a given. So it is more special to me if out of the blue you tell me how fucking incredible I am. So I'm ticking that one. Ticking that.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. The next one. Did you agree with me on that one? That's just like.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. It's more meaningful to me when A, I can spend alone time with someone I love, just us, or B, someone I love does something practical to help me out.
I think I said the first one for this one.
I agree. You help me out, that's a given. You should be. I love you, you love me, we help each other out. But
yeah.
Like, I also like just cuddles.
Yeah. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I love spending alone time with the person that I'm with, but I don't want to spend all of my time doing nothing with the person that I'm in a relationship with.
You're carrying some shit into this, aren't you, right now? You spent a lot of time doing nothing with past.
I'm not. I'm just saying.
We've all been in those situations, so there's absolutely no judgment on that. Okay, so I can relate to sitting around doing nothing, and it gets old real fucking fast. And you get used to it for years, months and years of like, this is it. All right, cool. Next question.
Thank you. Next.
It's more meaningful to me when A, someone I love gives me a little gift as a token of our love or love of concern for each other. Getting drunk, holy fuck. B, I get to spend uninterrupted leisure time with those I love. So little gifts or uninterrupted leisure time.
I can't remember which one I did for this, to be honest.
I'm going to go with uninterrupted leisure time. Like, if time gets to disappear and I just get to do that, that's cool. That's done.
Wow, chicka wah wah, chicka wah wah.
It's more meaningful to me when A, someone I love does something unexpected for me to help me with a project, or B, I can share an innocent touch with someone I love.
I think I did the second one.
Because
I'm very like independent. I'm like, I need to do my shit myself. Like, you come near me with a 10-foot pole, I will fucking smack you with that pole if you try and touch anything that I'm trying to do. Like, I'm very independent when it comes to like my stuff. I want to do it all myself. If I need your help, I'll ask for it, but otherwise stay away.
Fair enough. I am like, especially with the stuff that I'm doing, especially with music, if someone out of the blue was like, hey, I made this to go with your song, or I was having a look at your song and I just thought this is an idea I had for it. Oh, like you spent time trying to work on something that I was trying to work on to
Yeah,
help
I mean,
me.
like when you say it like that, it's cute, but like I
That's just
know
not
me
you.
as a person, I would just be like, stay away. Don't touch me, don't come near me, don't help me. I need to do this myself.
It's more meaningful to me when A, someone I love puts their arm around me in public, or B, someone I love surprises me with a gift.
I said A.
I agree. A.
I love public displays of affection. Like obviously not like fucking in public, but when someone is out with me and they are like, I don't know, it's kind of like if someone feels comfortable enough and wants everyone else to know that like I am like with them, then that to me is like really hot.
Yeah.
Like that is just like, whew, we're gonna,
Yeah.
do some things later and they're not gonna be nice in a good way.
I feel like like I like physical and like I like the physical attention. I like affection.
Mm.
And I don't feel like because I am like a broke musician type thing. Like I'm not broke. I'm like I'm doing okay. But because I am thinking in that way, and I don't really want for a lot of things unless they're really expensive, like music type things. So unless
Yeah,
this person's about to buy me $500 condenser microphone or a new
exactly.
guitar, that's when it's gonna mean more. And I just don't think that little gift is gonna cut it.
Yeah,
I'd rather you put your arm around me. So I'm gonna go A as well.
exactly. I'd rather have like you can buy me some new furniture for my apartment rather than you can buy me like a $2 statue. Like, I mean, it's cute. I love it. It's great. But I would rather you just
Yeah.
didn't
You buy
and
me
did something else instead. Yeah.
you buy me a little teddy bear, I'm gonna be like, babe, you could have bought me a burger for that. Like, why did you not buy me food? Like,
Why didn't you feed my food, baby?
yeah. So like, yeah, I think that if they specified buy you food, I feel like I would feel a different way about it. Because like,
But
I'd
then
much
also
rather
after
buy
a while,
I
what?
don't know. I feel like because I'm a musician, I've always dated musicians, and musicians aren't always like flush with cash. So a boyfriend or a date buying me a meal so that I get a free fucking meal, that doesn't like that's not a common thing. So you buy me food. Oh, oh, girl needs to
Yeah,
eat.
you.
I love it.
I totally get where you're coming from, but it's also just like I've had food bought a lot for me. No, like I mean, in I just I don't know. Food for me, like yeah, buy me food. That's amazing. But like for me, that's more like give and take. Like I buy one meal, you buy another meal. But if you really want to like impress me with food, you take me out to a nice restaurant. You make me feel like I'm fucking Julia Roberts and Pretty Woman, and it's all good.
Oh my god, I love it. You're the prostitute in this situation.
Oh my god, my hair's even the same color too.
Alright, hold on, okay. It's more meaningful to me when A, I'm around someone I love even when we're not really doing anything. Or B, I can be comfortable holding hands, high fiving, or putting my arm around someone I love. I've drinking so much wine, I just need to look at my phone and process what the fuck I just said.
B is my answer.
High five.
But
You're good. Yeah, I'm with you. Number B.
I thought you would have picked A though.
Yeah, but
You're
like you
not
said,
just
like
picking B because I said B and
no,
you're
not
drunk,
at
right?
all. Like okay, so let's like the whole thing of like holding hands. Yeah, I could be in that
Mm-hmm.
A situation where we're just doing nothing, or be doing the same thing and holding hands. I'm gonna pick B. I'm gonna be really comfortable just like like getting to just being close because I feel like I've been in that
Yeah.
situation so many times where we've been doing nothing and it's just like there's this apathy that forms from that,
Yeah.
and I'm just not down.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
All right. It's more meaningful to me when A, I receive a gift from someone I love, or B, I hear from someone I love that they love me. It's so easy. I want to hear that.
Yeah,
I want someone
yeah.
that they love me.
Tell me you love me and tell me how pretty I am.
I feel like if anyone wants to learn how to love us right now, like this is the episode.
Watch this video.
And they're just gonna be like, yes, this is the way. All right. It is more meaningful to me when A, I sit close to someone I love, or B, I am complimented by someone I love for no apparent reason.
I think it's B again, because like, you know, I need to constantly be validated. But I mean, I also like A. I think on this one I was really torn and I can't remember what I put. I think it was B though.
I'm going with A because the proximity thing is great. I'm a proximity based.
But then also like it's real. I don't know, it's really hot when you're like really attracted to someone and you're like over the other side of the room from each other and you're just like, I know what you want to do and you know what I want to do, but like we can't be there because like, you know, I don't, it's just like it adds a whole nother level to it.
In the same regard, like that ecstasy you get when like that person that you want is like made a conscious decision to sit close to you and it's like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's true.
It's more meaningful to me when A, I get a chance to just hang out with someone I love, or B, I unexpectedly get small gifts from someone I love.
I think I picked B for this one. I think. Wait, what was the A again?
Just get the chance to just hang out or get a small gift.
No, I think it was B because I don't like the phrase just hang out.
I'm going to go with A. I think we're different there. I just want to hang out with you. As long as
I just want to hang out with you too, boo.
All right. It's more meaningful.
But please bring a small gift.
Okay, no, that's all. It's more meaningful to me when A, I hear someone tell me I'm proud of you, or B, someone I love helps me with a task. I know where I'm on this. A, easily A. I want people to be proud of me and tell me that I'm doing well. Are you drinking as much as me? Or am I literally just...
Yes. I
am
drinking as much as you.
I'm trying to like measure how much I've had, but because I've been drinking from like a gin bottle and a wine bottle, part of me is like a little bit stressed, like just vaguely in the back of my mind that like a lot of the people that are close to me and that follow me on my socials and have started following me on my Blahdidah and all that kind of stuff because I've been promoting it. Students that I have.
It's fine.
It's fine. I don't.
It's fine.
I'm comfortable with it.
Fine. You're
look. I'm
Miss Frizzle. Remember?
I'm a music teacher. Like I'm not an English teacher. I'm not your homeroom teacher. Like you can't expect.
You ain't no math teacher.
I'm not a math teacher. You're gonna expect this from your music teacher. You'd be disappointed if your music teacher wouldn't like this. This is real. This is what musicians do. It's more meaningful to me when I get to do things with someone I love, or I hear supportive words from someone I love.
Biggie. Me. Are you A? You're so A. I can see the A on your face right now.
I think I'm A, and it's because like this supportive words stuff, every time I hear supportive words from someone, it's like, that's cute, but I'm so over the top with the supportive words that I give myself that it's like whenever someone else tries to do it, I'm like, thanks. But it is really just like it pales in comparison to how I talk to myself. So they really have to go above and beyond for it to even make an impact or like to get through. But that's fine. I've got really high self-esteem. Like, what is it? I don't know. It's fine. I'm happy with how I am. One day there's gonna be a man. I was gonna say boy, no, there's gonna be a man that knows how
Gonna be a man.
to go above and beyond, and it's gonna hit hard, and that's when I know that's the man I'm supposed to marry.
Yeah.
How I know. Or
it could be a lady, depending on how you want to feel about your sexuality.
You know, I'm open to it. I'm totally open to it. It's more meaningful to me when how fucking long is this? I'm at 37%. Are we gonna go through this whole fucking thing?
Yes, we are.
We are. This is gonna be the stalker episode. This is the one you want to watch. We went through some mental illness and how to win over Luna or Dan. Like this is the one. All right, I'm gonna try and speak.
But mainly Dan right now.
No, because we're getting all your answers too. Shit.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I don't know. I'm already. Oh, because I'm already like
someone on the line. You've got a little.
No, it's not that like it's like that, but it's just like I'm focusing my energy on something right now, and I'm working on.
God. I can't even see the words.
Yeah. That. No, I don't know. It's just things are progressing in a certain manner for me right now, and I don't know. It's completely different from anything that's ever been a thing for me before. So I'll keep y'all updated if you want to know once there's more to update you on.
We're gonna keep up to date with the King of Coins situation. Don't think that it's gonna be a regular occurrence on every episode. All right. It's more meaningful.
Correct.
Someone I love does things for me instead of just talking about doing nice things. B, I feel connected to someone I love through a hug. A, if someone follows,
I did A.
If I can find a man that they can follow through on their bullshit, like, whew,
fucking yeah.
It's more meaningful to me when A, I hear praise from someone I love. B, someone I love gives me something that shows they were really thinking of me.
Wait, what was A again? Sorry, I zoned out.
I hear praise for someone I love. Because you're looking at your reflection and then you got really involved in how you look.
No, it was because I was thinking. No, it was because I was thinking about a totally different situation involving something that we were just talking about. But anyway, sorry, you'll just need to repeat that one more time.
What's up, Luna? All right, real quick. No. You're going to get into this, and what I want to do is I want to powder my face, and you're going to deal with me doing my makeup right now. One, because I'm drunk and I can't even handle it. Two, because I got that like typical Asian oily skin, and like all my Asians out there who can relate, they're going to love that I'm doing this right now, so I didn't give a fuck. All right, you're going to tell me what you were thinking about. Let's go.
I was thinking about an experience that I had the other night, and it was great, and it's progressing through my thoughts on a daily basis far too frequently, but in a good way far too frequently, not in a bad way far too frequently, if that makes sense.
I'm glad that it's in a good way.
Really absolutely
excited for you.
I'm excited for me too, because like as I said, it's just like so different, but like again different in a good way. It's like everything I ever wanted, but no, like it honestly, like there's honesty and like communication and like, and anyway, I don't want to like again put all my eggs in the one metaphorical basket, but even if it was, like it wouldn't, it's something that I would have to explain, and I don't feel like I need to explain at this point in time. So we're just going to go on with the question that I need you to repeat that I didn't hear the first like 5 times you said it.
All right. Hearing praise or someone you love gives you something that shows they were really thinking of you.
Literally every time you say A, I do not understand what you're saying.
You hear praise. I hear.
Oh yes, definitely A then.
See, I feel like if a boy, here we go, more tips on how to win Danzy over. Like, if a boy came to me and gave me a necklace with like a crystal on it and was like, hey babe, I was thinking of you and I saw this and I was like, Dan needs to have this.
See, I love that, but then I also feel like praise for me is more important.
Maybe it's because
just,
of my past. No, go on. Praise for you.
Just because I need that, like, you know, that validation. But I guess, yeah, what you were going to say, like in your last like serious relationship, you kind of like he ticked that box for you. Yeah.
He absolutely did.
Yeah.
Like at any moment, if I looked like I wasn't 100% happy with my appearance, he'd be in there. He'd just be like, you look so beautiful. You look stunning. I love everything that you're doing. And it wouldn't take much for him to just be like praising me and being like, because you're so great, because you're so good, because everything you do is amazing. And I think I'm biased because I've become accustomed to that. So I don't know how it would go being in a relationship with someone who didn't always do that, because I think I'm thinking back like, if I'm accustomed to that, if he had out of the blue bought me, and he did buy me jewelry with a little crystal. I don't want expensive jewelry. I want him to be like, oh, it's got a crystal on it, because I'm such a fucking hippie witchy with my shit, you know? Like, it's got to be cool with it. So yeah, I think it's a little gift just to be like, I was thinking of you and I thought of you, and yeah, so that's where I'm at. That's the first one with gift that I've chosen. I'm gonna really quickly light some incense because I want to. I was thinking about doing it at the start. I even set it up and everything.
Why didn't you do it?
Because you're beautiful.
Disappointed in you.
You're so beautiful, and I was just like so blown away by the hair and the face that I got so sidetracked.
Are you trying to fuck me right now? Because that's what it sounds like to me.
I love that you think that, and I love you, but you're just not my type.
Oh my god, my heart.
I'm sorry, I know.
You know, this whole time that we were friends, like I thought that you just wanted. Yeah, that's our whole friendship is a lot. No, I'm kidding.
Look, like, I'm not ruling it out.
She's straight. She's not straight as fuck, but like there's like we love each other, but we love each other in a way that you can't love each other in another way with. You know,
yeah.
Does that make sense to anyone besides Dan?
It makes sense to me, and I think that like I'm pretty straight. I'm not all the way. You know how I feel about girls sometimes. I've got my type, and I've got the things that I'm just like yes about.
And that's the thing as well. You shouldn't like be restricting yourself to one gender. I like
who I like, and
then there's way too much wine.
No, never. All right, next question.
Next question.
It's more meaningful to me when A, I'm able to just be around someone I love, or B, I get a back rub of someone I love.
Oh, back rub. I love a good back rub.
Okay, so me, I don't like massages. I don't. I like a back rub, but like for the most part, I don't want people kneading into my body. Like, I just don't feel like I'm pretty comfortable, and I've got a very high self-esteem, but I've had my issues where I'm like, I just don't want anyone kneading into me like that. Like, I feel really uncomfortable with it, and all I think about is like really negative thoughts about myself and like whatever. So I went for a full body massage in the Philippines thinking it was going to be the most amazing thing, and it was like the worst hour and a half of my life. Like, I was just so uncomfortable. I left so tense.
True.
It's more meaningful to me when A, someone I love reacts positively to something I've accomplished, or B, someone I love does something for me that I know they don't particularly enjoy.
A.
Yep, same. We're at 50%. We're halfway there, boo. We're halfway there.
We're living on a prayer. Take my hand. We'll make it, I swear. Anyway, sorry, I had to. I'm sorry, I could not.
I like made out to a boy with that. Like, They were like my first.
Oh, babe, I've made out to so many boys with
that song. To that song.
And girls, I think, as well. Yeah.
The first boy I ever kissed, who was a guy that was in the closet. I feel like I didn't used to tell people this. I used to say that it was the person after that I had a crush on, and he was like this floppy haired drummer that I had a big crush on, and it was like a great time. I always said that was my first kiss, but then I'm just owning it now. The first boy I kissed was this guy that was in the closet, and like whatever. It was what it was.
Oh, well.
But yeah, living on a prayer. It's more meaningful to me when A, I'm able to be in close physical proximity to someone I love, or B, I sense someone I love showing interest in the things I care about.
I think I said A.
I think I'm going B.
Ooh.
I think proximity is good, but like when my last boyfriend was like, yeah, I'll watch Dance Moms with you, I was like, oh my god, yes. So yeah, that was cute. All right, well, meaningful to me when A, someone I love works on special projects with me that I have to complete, or B, someone I love gives me an exciting gift.
B.
I'm going A. I was a straight A on that one. Help me, you know? It's more meaningful to me.
You're just like, help me. I'm just like, leave me alone.
It's more meaningful to me when A, I'm complimented by someone I love on my appearance, or B, someone I love takes time to listen to me and really understand my feelings.
B.
I don't know where I'm at on this one. This is probably the hardest question I've come past because I've had the issues with my parents.
Ever.
If someone's like, boom, you're looking hot. Like, I talk about my feelings a lot. I talk about my feelings with everyone. I'm a pretty open book. Like, there isn't much to hide. So
this question though, it's like, understand your feelings. And like, yeah, you talk about your feelings a lot, and like I talk about my feelings a fucking lot. But I don't feel like it happens very often where another person actually understands what I'm saying. So that's why I picked B.
I think that the reason why someone not understanding what you're feeling, Luna, is because that with a lot of people, you glaze over it. And if someone really special, you'll actually go into it. And if that someone really special understands that and relates to you on that, that's going to mean a lot to you because you don't actually let people in past a certain point.
I don't honestly know what you're talking about.
You know
I let everyone into my life.
If anyone knows anything about you right now, it's that like you just give like this, like you pretend like you're letting everyone in, and it's the Scorpio.
I am.
Absolute no. Right, I know you chart. I've also got Scorpio in my chart, and I'm so about it, and I know it when I fucking see it because I do it all the time. You give the impression that you're letting everyone in, and it makes them feel special because they feel like they know you, but deep down they don't. You are an iceberg. It's like 10% above the surface, and that's what they're seeing, and they're not seeing the other 90% of you. Which is why I get so frustrated with you, because I fucking see that you're doing it, you know, because I do it too, just not with you, because whatever. But like,
I'm not avoiding this topic, but I need to close my door. Hang on 2 seconds.
What she is. That's straight up what she's doing. I cannot even believe that she's doing it again. For the sake of her, I'm gonna drop it. But you and I know her tricks.
I tell you what, living with people is difficult after living alone for so long. Not in like a bad way, but it's just really different.
Yeah. Back to the question.
Yes.
Right. It's more meaningful to me when I'm complimented by someone I love on my appearance, or someone takes the time to listen to me and really understand my feelings.
I already just answered that. That was B.
Yes, I'm just saying my answer, which is A, because I feel like there are very few times where I put together an outfit that's like banging, and when that happens, I want someone to notice. I tell everyone about my feelings. You know, I'm not looking for the person that I love to fill that gap, because bitch, there I've got like 12 people who are listening to my feelings. But I need you, the person I love, to be like, you look hot with the choices that you've made. Specifically with the outfit, not my body, not my face. I know I'm cute, but like if I've paired something together that looks good, like actually for once in my fucking life, I need validation on that. Cool. It's more meaningful to me when A, I can share a meaningful touch in public with someone I love, or B, someone I love offers to run errands for me.
B. Or number 2.
I'm gonna go A. You gonna touch my butt? We're gonna do a little butt touch right now. That's cute.
Wait. Was that the touch in public one? I thought that was B. That's what I meant. The touch in public rather than the errands. Don't do my shit for me. I need to do that myself.
Yeah, I thought so. Sorry, A. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not drunk. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my God. We've been doing this for ages. If you've stuck with us so far, it's because you are
love you.
And you
fucking love you.
I love you, and we love you. We love you so much. Thank you. It's more meaningful to us when A, someone I love does something special for me to help me out, or B, I get a gift from someone I love. I get a gift that someone I love put thought into choosing.
B.
A. All right. It's more meaningful to me when someone I love doesn't check their phone while we're talking to each other, or B, someone I love goes out of their way to do something that relieves pressure on me.
A, probably.
A.
Like, I don't really have a problem with being on like your phone whilst you're with me, unless it's like constant.
Wait,
but
so you're saying relieves pressure, or are you saying doesn't check their phone?
See, this is a tough one. No, I can't remember what I picked. I'm just gonna put it in the fucking bucket and say B.
So B, which is the relieving pressure. Me?
Yeah.
I fucking live for pressure. I can't do shit without pressure. So I don't need you coming along and helping me, because that's where I thrive. That's my home, okay? I just put myself in those situations just because I actually don't get anything done unless I'm under pressure. But if you check your phone while you're hanging out with me, I'm not getting your 100% undivided attention. That's
what a fucking Pisces thing to do.
I love it. I'm earning it. Give me all your attention. That's all I want. So, someone doesn't check their phone. That's my answer. All right. More meaningful to me when I can look forward to a holiday because I'll probably get a gift from someone I love. Or B, I hear the words, I appreciate you from someone I love.
B.
Yep. It's more meaningful to me when A, someone I love and haven't seen in a while thinks enough of me to get me a little gift. Or B, someone I love takes care of something I'm responsible to do, but I feel too stressed to do it at the time.
A.
I'm B.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, that question that we had before, purely because I really don't give too much of a shit about the whole phone thing, is like the only time that I will let someone else like help me with shit. Other than that, like, seriously, just let me deal with my own shit.
I don't need little gifts. Every time someone gives me a little fucking gift, unless it's literally a crystal, that's the only thing. I'm like, this is actually going to bring me healing, and this is a really thoughtful thing. Bring me little gifts. But if someone buys me some shitty little thing, I'm like, it's the same reason why I don't like gambling. It's like, why you waste your money? Like, just don't.
Yeah. But see, I like crystals, I like jewelry, and I like flowers. Like, I love those 3 things for like little gifts.
True. Maybe I'm just...
Yeah, now see, you're rethinking all your answers, aren't you?
No. It's like attention. All right. It's more meaningful to me when A, someone I love doesn't interrupt me while I'm talking, or B, gift giving is an important part of the relationship with someone I love?
Fucking A. I hate being interrupted. Like, it is my biggest fucking pet peeve. Fucking try and speak over me, I will hit you with a 10-foot fucking pole. Especially if I have already told you how much I hate being interrupted. I fucking hate it. It drives me insane. It feels like I am not appreciated as a human being. Like, I can't even express the words of how much I hate being interrupted. Sorry, I went on like a 2-hour tangent about that, but I just can't deal with it.
I know.
I can't.
I feel like I can literally go back to podcasts and pinpoint moments where I've interrupted you, and I'm just like, oh shit, sorry.
If you watch, you'll see like the anger in my eyes. Just, no, it's fine. It's fine because like we've never had that conversation where I've been like, I can't be interrupted. But if I've had that conversation with you where it's been specifically laid out that how much I despise being interrupted, and then you consciously, time after time, continue to interrupt me, regardless of my relationship with you. If you're my friend, if you're my partner, if you're someone that I work with, I will. It's just not a thing. I don't appreciate it. I don't like it. Please stop doing it and just exit my life if you can't deal with that.
I feel like because we've never had the conversation before, any time that I've interrupted you clearly hasn't, or the amount of times I've interrupted you clearly hasn't bothered you enough to make it a thing.
Exactly. 100%.
So I feel like if it's that repetitive attitude where someone has that, you know, obligation or that just that need, or they just do it, that repetitive action, that's like fucking sucks.
Yeah. And like I get it. Like sometimes it is hard to like feel like you're being heard in a conversation, again, regardless of who it's with. But like you, at a certain age, you need to get that level of understanding that everyone needs to say what they need to say, and then you can say what you need to say after they've said and have an actual conversation about it, instead of just like jumping in with what you need to say and thinking that your words take priority, because that's just not the case. Like everyone is equal when it comes down to like having a conversation, in my opinion anyway.
Yes. It's 50-50 on either side, you know, and that's how it should be. One dominating over the other. Are we ready for the next one? I feel like I don't remember the question. I don't know if I accidentally picked an answer, but I'm already on the next question on my phone. All right.
Yeah, what did you pick for your question?
I think I immediately answered it, and then I looked down on my phone. I'm like, this isn't the same question that we were talking about. So
babe, there's a back button.
Yeah, but I'm scared it's gonna take us back to the start of the quiz, and we were at 80%. Like we're almost fucking there. It's taken ages. There are so many. I just want to get through it. It's more meaningful to me when A, someone I love helps me out when they know I'm already tired, or B, I get to go somewhere while spending time with someone I love.
B.
I'm A. I get tired a lot. I put myself under so much work that I'm like, I get tired, and someone helps me when I'm like exhausted. I'm just like, thank you. So
but I mean, there's my fucking Scorpio coming out again, being like, I need to do this shit myself.
Yeah, true. It's more meaningful to me when A, someone I love touches my arm or shoulder to show their care or concern, or B, someone I love gives me a little gift that they picked up in the course of their normal day.
A. Always.
All right. It's more meaningful to me when A, someone I love says something encouraging to me, or B, I get to spend time in a shared activity or hobby with someone I love.
I think it's A.
I'm B. I'm saying encouraging shit to myself all the time. If you say something, it's just gonna like get lost in the noise. So
I just need to be validated by like everyone, and I don't validate myself, so I need other people to do it for me.
I'm so encouraging of myself. Like I'm constantly, and I did that to battle my depression and my low self-esteem. That it's just like this routine, this innate routine of just like pumping myself up. That if you do it too, I'm like, okay. All right, next question. It's more meaningful to me when A, someone I love surprises me with a small token of their appreciation. Appreciation. I fucking have always hated it when teachers like, I appreciate, or we do not appreciate.
Appreciate.
I'm all burpy and drunk and saying words in ways that I wouldn't usually. All right.
You're becoming more Australian, Danny.
I don't. I'm a Kiwi at heart. And then second to that, I'm a Filipino because that's my like culture. But I'm and then third, I'm a Melburnian. I'm from fucking Melbourne. Like, it's gonna sound really like unpatriotic. I'm so glad that I live in Australia, but particularly from Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Melbourne. All right.
Yeah.
So token of their appreciation, or B, I'm touching someone I love frequently to express our friendship.
Definitely B for me.
Cool. It's more meaningful to me when someone I love helps me out, especially if I know they're already busy. Or B, I hear someone I love tell me that they appreciate me.
B.
I'm going to go A. If someone's going to
Of course you are.
a busy day to help me, yeah, of course you wouldn't. All right. This is the last one. We are at the end. Ladies and gentlemen, if you got to this point, you are obsessed with us.
And we love that.
I love it. I'm obsessed with you too. We are likewise obsessed with you. And so if you are at that point, I want you to leave a comment below so we know who you are, so that we can know who we are loving.
Also do this quiz thing. It's on like what's the website called?
5lovelanguages.com. Literally the number 5, like 5 love languages.
And leave your
let us know.
5 and like your rating. Because and we can chat about it. We can talk about it. We can suss it out. We can match make. Oh my god, Danny, we can match make these people in the comment section. Oh my god, I love this. This is happening.
I think more so like, yes, we can link you all together, but also if you're knowing how to love us, we want to know how to love you back.
Exactly.
Like 50-50, give and take. We want to know how to love you better. Last question, ladies and gentlemen. It's more meaningful to me when A, I get a hug from someone whom I haven't seen in a while, or B, I hear someone I love tell me how much I mean to him/her.
B for me.
I'm gonna say B as well. I hug everyone. Haven't seen you in a while. Fucking hug, great. But if
you fucking hug, slut.
I give a fuck. Finish. All right. Are you ready? Can we just go back and you tell me what yours were?
Yeah. I'm just literally opening mine up again now as we speak. TBA. I got my password right, which I didn't because I'm drunk, so that's fine.
We got
definitely fine. Okay.
I've had so much to drink. It's ridiculous.
And it's only 8:20 on a fucking Sunday night.
Sunday night. This is what quarantine looks like. Everyone's just getting drunk at 8 o'clock on a Sunday night.
Absolute 8:20. Well, yeah, or 8:19.
Like, before 7.
We've been on this a long time. Anyway, words of affirmation, I got a 9. Physical touch, I got 8. Quality time, I got 5. Receiving gifts, I got 5. And then acts of service, I got 3.
All right, cool. So I got 9 for quality time. I got, then after that was a 7 for acts of service. Like, I think it's equal because it's 7 for words of affirmation. So acts of service and words of affirmation are the same. 6 just below that is physical touch, and one receiving gift. Let's screenshot that. Why are you
It's
laughing?
so funny. I just find it so interesting, like how everyone's results are so different. Like obviously you value different things above others, but like it's just funny.
I think it's
I
particularly
think.
interesting that like most of our answers were the same. So we came
Yeah.
up with like really different results.
Yeah.
So please let us
But I
know.
mean, I am also drunk now when I'm doing this, as opposed to when I was doing it sober, bored at work earlier. Not that I would ever do anything besides my job when I'm at work, but you know.
Love it. I love that you do that. I am not about to say what I do at work when I'm supposed to be at work because
She watches porn.
I don't watch porn. I don't watch porn. I may or may not have Parks and Recreation muted on my TV in the background, but I don't watch it because it's muted and I just feel like it's just there.
Background noise.
It's not, but it's not background noise. It's just background visuals. But I don't even, you know what? It's there now. I've said it. Like I've said it. We all got our shit. Don't act like you don't pretend like you're on your phone in class or like doing something else and you're supposed to be working. Like it's a job. We all got our shit that like I just spilled wine. We all got our shit.
On that note, Danny's filling wine and I have work tomorrow.
We gotta go.
And we just did like a 24-hour fucking quiz, but we gotta go. We love you.
I hope, yeah, we love
and we'll speak to y'all soon. And just letting you know we're both real drunk, so get drunk with us next time we do this.
Yes!
Bye!
Bye!